What's up guys, my name is JDCook5 and welcome back to an episode of the Karate Club Career Mode. But before we get into things, we'd much appreciated if you were able to hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. And in terms of all my social medias, they're all linked down below so you can keep up everything to do with the channel. We have a massive game on our hands and this is against Tottenham Hotspur, then the first game of the episode. This is the lineup that will be fulfilling it, and just looking at the lineup, we've got some sort of squad now, and as you can see by the ratings also, we have definitely created a fortress here at JD Cook FC. This is the lineup then. Valizev in goal with Ndika and Schurz at the back, of Alvarez on the right, Medina on the left, De Jong and Medri in the middle with Sudakov just in front, Alexis Vega on the left hand side, Louis Barry on the right hand side, and Luka Jovic up top, hoping to be able to get a result today. Tottenham haven't really had the best of the season so far. With that being said though, let's get into things and see what happens. Knowing that Tottenham have had the best of the season so far, we look to try and start this game kind of strong more than anything, as Medri makes the run on the right hand side and he does really well to make up the space also there. Schurz offering support, as you can see, Luka Jovic offering support as a lovely ball whipped in, and just like that Luka Jovic has got his head to it, making it 1-0 just inside 19 minutes then. Luka Jovic the man to get on the score sheet once again for JD Cook FC. He's been an absolute belter of a striker up on his own. Really nice delivery though from Midgebury at the same time. He just made a decent run on the right hand side to be honest, and it just opened up a decent bit of space. Jovic was unmarked and the defender just didn't know what to do in that situation, unfortunately for themselves, and he gets it to just makes his head to it to be honest. Keeper have no chance for that one whatsoever. I just don't think he knew what sort of angle he was going to come in at, but he kind of supermaned himself into the goal. We'll take it though, that is for sure, as we now go 1-0 in front. As you can see now in half an hour mark, as Tottenham try and see if they can create some sort of counter-attack for themselves. Beto puts it onto Almeida then and runs on the left-hand side, but Alvarez makes a lovely interception there, just Schurz picking up the pieces then. Unfortunately, he just couldn't really get the ball clear initially, so he's had to go back on himself, passing on to Ndika. Ndika clears his lines there, as you can see, and we just can't really win the header, and as you can see, we can't win the follow-up also. But Medri gets a foot stuck in then, as you can see. We're trying to create some sort of counter-attack for ourselves. Louis Barry finding in Luka Jovic in a lovely position here. He runs into the gap. All he's got is a goal in front of him, but it hits the post then. Very good chance to get ourselves in second in this game, as it falls back out to the edge of the area. Then Sudakov did pick it up originally, but Tottenham do scarper, and they do win the ball. As they can see, Chukwueze on the right hand side looking to try and create something as Medina tries to match him for pace, and Ndika trying to cover also. Tottenham opening us up here, as you can see, and Chukwueze on the right hand side looking to try and see if he can get a ball into the box. Holds it really well as he runs into the box himself with options there. All he's got is the keeper to beat, but he can't really get the finish off, and Yusuf with a decent chance, but Valizev with an even better save. A very good chance for Tottenham to get themselves level in this tie, as they get a short corner here played, but Medri makes a decent interception there, but Phillips missed an absolute sitter. Calvin Phillips should have scored from that angle there, and that is an easy goal, but unfortunately he cannot convert as we continue on in this first half, as Louis Barry makes a burst on the right hand side looking to try and create something as he finds Sudakov. Sudakov with a decent effort, but Lafont will easily collect that as we go into the second half, and we start in the second half then as Frankie de Jong picks up the ball from Alexis Vega, passing it about nicely here, as you can see, as Vega messed the ball kind of just passed really onto the defender there, but lucky to de Jong pick it up, and Sudakov with an absolute belter of a hit. Take a bow, Sudakov. Unbelievable stuff, to be honest. He just he put his head up more than anything. He just took his time, put his head up. He knew there was a chance to be able to take the shot off. I wasn't too sure if it was actually going to go in at that very point, but it definitely did. Sudakov, the man to get on the score sheet. He's had a bit of a mixed season so far, but he's definitely started this game really well in the second half. That has to be said. As you can see, just looks up originally, and he absolutely pelts it on his right foot. Lafont is a very big goalkeeper at the same time, bearing in mind, so he struggles to get anywhere near that, and that is a very nicely well taken goal, and we are now 2-0 up in this tie. Sudakov is the man to come off the pitch though. He looks a bit knackered, so we're going to bring him off. Camacho is going to come on for Alexis Vega also, and we're going to change up the middle of the park just in the future, but Caicedo will come on for Medina, as we do have some fixtures coming up that will proceed with him at the left back role. And continue on in the second half then, Phillips trying to see if he can get better compared to the first half, and he knows he's missed a big mistake, that has to be said. Alvarez wins the ball on the left hand side, just charging down the left hand side. We know he's got pace and he's using it really wisely, just trying to see if he can cut in on the right hand side then, as he does exactly that. He finds Gustavo Heimer. What an effort that is, as it rattles off the bar. Really decent effort to get ourselves a third in this tie, but unfortunately cannot convert this time round, and it goes back out to the Tottenham defence, where they're eventually clear though, but a very unlucky bit of chance there for Gustavo Heimer as Tottenham continue their Nunes search for their first goal. Chukwueze running into the box, and he's looked dangerous for Tottenham, to be honest, and they haven't got long left. They're going to score here. 5 minutes left, as you can see, and they put a ball into the box, and Kunami is the one to get on the score sheet then. The number 9 for Tottenham has got a goal back, so it's only 5 minutes left in this tie, and Tottenham are going to make it a very last edgy 5 minutes, that has to be said. They haven't really applied much pressure, to be honest. As much as Tottenham haven't had the best of seasons, they're still a big name in my opinion, and they're still someone that I feel like should have pressured us more and more in the tie, but unfortunately just haven't really been able to get up amongst anything of what they would normally do in games as they continue on then in the second half. Let's just said literally seconds, minutes left, not long whatsoever as they try and see if they can create something as Rico Lewis makes a run on the right hand side, looking to try and create something. Can they snatch a late equaliser? Decent delivery then as Ndika clears, but only as far as Tottenham teammate, and wow, that was very, very close. Almeida has a sitter then. He could not convert whatsoever, but a very, very good chance to get a goal here as we play it out from the back then, just trying to waste time, trying to see if we can run down the clock as it's +3 as you can see, but Frankie de Jong picks it up in a decent bit of area there. Camacho plays him in perfectly as you can see and offering support. De Jong there. Also Jovic and Louis Barry just cannot convert. Really, really unlucky as you can see, but unfortunately we cannot convert and it is offside after Camacho touched it. But it will not matter whatsoever as we walk away with all 3 points in the end. A decent opportunity to be able to take all 3 from Tottenham and we've definitely taken it. Wouldn't say it's the best of performances that we've ever displayed here at home, but I will take it at the end of the day. 3 points is 3 points and we have to move on, and this game is a bit more confidence with the 3 points gained. Luka Jovic had a very, very good game, that has to be said. Had a momentary, very good game also. A few decent other players. De Jong had a good game. Other like Alexis Vega, Louis Barry could have got a goal. So it was a very, very good performances from many individuals on the pitch. And this is another game then. Brighton Hove Albion away from home, and this is going to be the lineup. Van Zev in goal. Phillips and Scher's partner at the back with Caicedo on the right, Medina on the left, Jones and Heimer in the middle as Akrim fifth comes in for Sudakov in the cam role. Vega keeps his place, but Gonzalez comes in on the right hand side, and so is a new striker with Francisco Lopez replacing Luka Jovic up top. Decent performances needed from the side to be able to claim all 3 points as we're not really in the running as of the moment. We kind of am and on. Obviously we're there or thereabout, but I would like to be able to surpass Manchester City, that has to be said. But let's get into the game and see what happens. I wasn't too sure what to expect first off against Brighton Hove Albion away from home. We try and start the game off really quickly here, as you can see, but Medina loses it straight away and they pick it up in the middle of the park. And look who they've got on their side. Harry Kane then is a seagull. Very, very strange to see him in a Brighton and Hove Albion shirt. He might be the difference for Brighton as they look to try and see if they can create an attack for themselves in these first 5 minutes or so. Hartman on the left-hand side plays in Velasco then, and they're passing it around really nicely. And Harry Kane picks up the ball, but he just doesn't shoot straight away. Phillips has to get stuck in then against his former teammate as he would have played with him at Tottenham Hotspur as he gets a corner kick. Then DeAndrea, the man to whip it in, then a decent delivery it is as Gomez meets it, but Phillips also clears as it falls out to Alexis Vega as we look to try and see if we can start some sort of counter-attack if he gets his feet aligned, but he couldn't unfortunately as Brighton pick up the ball once again on the left-hand side. DeAndrea looking to try and see if he can create something as he cuts in then, looking very dangerous here. DeAndrea, a very, very good save from Vladizet then as it looks to go out for a corner kick, but Caicedo clears, but only as far as the Brighton midfield then, as you can see. Idrissa Gueye on the ball as he puts it onto his teammate Gomez on the right-hand side then, looking to try and see if he can create something then, running on the right-hand side. Medina tries to close him down, but he can't as he finds Harry Kane. Back to Gomez it goes, looking for a delivery in the box then as he holds it up really nicely then, looking for a delivery. Surely it's there, but he just holds onto it too long. Schurz clears then, as you can see, as it falls out to Alexis Vega, and we have been under some pressure in these first 20 minutes or so, that has to be said. Brighton are definitely bringing the game to ourselves as we look to try and see if we can create something for ourselves, and as Lenglet was on the ball as he finds his teammate Velasco. All Brighton so far, as I mentioned, as Velasco finds his teammate Hartman on the left hand side. Hartman trying to run towards Caicedo and does so well to beat him, then into the box it goes, and Velasco is the man to get the goal to put Brighton Hove Albion 1-0 up just inside 21 minutes. It was definitely coming. They've had a few chances prior to this and they've definitely taken it this time round. He completely skins Caicedo. Hartman there, to be honest. He does so well to get into the box. A simple finish for Velasco then, and it was really, really hard to be able to stop it. At the same time, it was deserved, and we are now 1-0 down in this tie. I said I wasn't know what to expect, to be honest, and this is what's coming as we get off the restart. Then Alexis Vega looks to try and see if he can get a goal straight away, and he makes some sort of run. He finds Nico Gonzalez so well, and that is what you get for having world-class players on your team. Nico Gonzalez gets the game straight away back into things as we get a goal then literally minutes after we conceded. Very, very decent opportunity taken from Nico Gonzalez then as Alexis Vega just chipped it over the Brighton defence. Very, very hard finish to be able to create as it was bobbling in front of him, but he was just able to get his feet aligned, and it is a decent goal on his left foot, beating the keeper really, really nicely, and it is now 1-1 in this tie. So at least we are level in this first half as we still continue then. Harry Kane on the ball as he finds a teammate DeAndrea on the right hand side. Kane linking up really well with DeAndrea as he finds his teammate Velasco, also the previous goal scorer. What a lovely save from Vladizet then, as you can see it goes out for a corner kick. Phillips tried to stop it, but it will be a corner kick then as Velasco is the man to whip in the corner as they look to try and see if they can get a second in this game. Decent delivery. Heimer clears then as far as his teammate Alexis Vega as he picks it up on the right hand side. Using his pace, he drills himself on the right hand side, looking to try and see if he can create some sort of space between himself and the Brighton defence. And look at him go. It's like he's got a jetpack on himself. Look at him and go. He whizzes by, and he also finds the back of the net to make it 2-1 as we reach the half an hour mark. Brilliant stuff from Alexis Vega, as I say, just hit on the afterburner, to be honest. There was no catching him whatsoever as he celebrates with his teammates. Really, really nice goal from Alexis Vega, and it's nice to see him get on the score sheet always, as always. So that is brilliant. 2-1 up then in this tie against Brighton Hove Albion. We didn't have the best of starts, that has to be said, but we have now got ourselves back into it, and now 2 goals in quick succession and finds ourselves in front for the first time in this tie away from home. The Seagulls are going to want to get themselves back into the game, that has to be said, because they have had a few good performances recently, and they're definitely showing it here. As you can see, Velasco on the ball as he finds his teammate Harry Kane with another save made by Vandersef. Then he's really pulling out the stops today, but it will be a free kick for whatever reason. Referee has decided he's had to pull it back for a free kick for whatever infringement was happening, and it looks to be that they're going to play it, sure, but I think Harry Kane's actually going to hit this. No, he's actually stepped over it. So Moda has cleared off the line. Schurz hits it on his head then, as you can see. Really, really good clearance then as we try and see if we can get ourselves out on the box then. Alexis Vega finds a teammate Caicedo on the right hand side, offering support. Cream the fifth as Caicedo makes the run also. A fifth tries to find Caicedo, but unfortunately he will be deemed as offside as he just runs past the Brighton defenders, but that will be that for the first half as we go into the second then, as we reach the 50th mark, and as you can see, Gonzalez makes a lovely turn past the defenders. He finds Lopez in a lovely bit of space there as he opens up the gap, and he's only got him and himself, the keeper, to beat, but he just can't get enough on it to be able to beat the keeper. Then it just kind of rolled past him. Nothing to be able to be special to beat the keeper, unfortunately, and it still stays 2-1. But we've definitely started the second half better than the first, that's to be said. Looking to try and see if we can get our lead even further on as Alexis Vega picks it up on the left-hand side. Decent effort here, but the keeper makes another save. Chances coming thick and fast for us as we get a corner kick now as the Cream of Fifth is the man to whip it in. Decent delivery needed, and decent delivery it was, but it only falls back out to Curtis Jones then, as you can see. But it will be another corner kick, so another decent delivery needed to be able to fall on the JD Cook FC players then, as you can see. Nico Gonzalez whips it in, and Per Schurz is the man to meet it with the header as he gets his second goal of the season. Brilliant goal as he celebrates in front of the travelling fans, and that is pretty much the, I hope anyway, 3-1 up. We should pretty much cruise through the rest of this game. Decent delivery from Nico Gonzalez, it just floats into the area then. Per Schurz just meets it with a header into the top corner, even with a man on the line. It could not be stopped, and that is a phenomenal header, that has to be said. Per Schurz having an amazing season in his first season in English football as he continues on his form with a lovely goal, that has to be said. With 10 minutes left to play now, as you can see, and we're just cruising now. Curtis Jones picks up the ball after a loose ball from Idrissa Gueye then. Jones running with it on the left hand side, looking for options, and decent delivery. Vega meets it, but unfortunately the keeper saves it as we get a corner kick. Decent delivery needed again. Schurz with a decent effort this time round once again, but unfortunately the keeper saves it, as it will be another corner kick. Looking for a decent delivery as Nico Gonzalez whips it in, but Phillips can't get enough on it to be able to trouble the keeper, and it still stays 3-1. 5 minutes left in this tie as we look to try and see if we just see it out more than anything. We know we've got this result in the bag, but we're going to create one last thing as Alexis Vega makes a run on the left hand side from a decent pass from Lopez. He's in on goal here, only the keeper to beat, but he squares it to a creamer fifth, and what a gentleman he is as he celebrates in front of the travelling fans. And that will be game, set and match. Phenomenal performance all round against Brighton Hove Albion. Two really strong teams to be able to play against in the league, and we've definitely made it look easy, to be honest. A simple performance in the second half to saw us just walk away from Brighton Hove Albion. Not enough class to be able to keep up with us, and that is a simple finish into an empty net. 4-1 it is, and that will be 4th time here at the Amex then. Really, really happy to get the result. Another 3 points on the board as we try and keep up with Manchester City, as they're having a very good season so far. Very, very happy with that one though. Alexis Vega was really, really tip-top. A cream of fifth was good. Francisco Lopez contributed when needed, and Per Schurz with a lovely goal from the corner kick. Has to be said though, Alexis Vega is the star man in this tie as we continue on in our search for another Premier League trophy, as we now go into a cup fixture in the FA Cup. We know we love a cup run. Unfortunately we got knocked out the EFL Cup, but this time we're in the FA Cup, and this is against Queen's Park Rangers then, and a massive change in the lineup. Bengstorm in goal as Humphreys and Consolise partner as the two centre backs. Caicedo on the right, Quintana on the left, Bellingham and Medbury in the middle with Alcatani just in front, with Louis Brown on the left hand side, Mukiele on the right hand side, and Ellis Sims up top. Hopefully the changes won't really interfere with our performance, but with that being said, let's get into things and see what happens. Having previously played Queen Park Rangers in the Championship, we know what to expect, but hopefully we have too much class, and as you can see in the first minute, we try and make a quick start as Mukiele makes a run on the right-hand side by a pass from Caicedo. He tries to play it back then, as you can see, but he has to go back on himself to be able to go forward. He runs into the box really nicely. Decent position he's actually in as Hannibal Medbury picks it up onto Mukiele. It goes. Al-Ghattani here now as it just hits the post on its way out. Very, very good chance to get ourselves a goal in this first half, and unfortunately we cannot take it, and it still stays 0-0. QPR definitely having a good game so far far as they continue on, as they look to try and see if they can get a first in this game, as Davies finds Giselle then as he finds Lyndon Dykes. Lyndon Dykes trying to do something here as Cornelisa gets stuck in there, and as you can see, Smith gets back onto it then, as you can see, trying to see if we can get the ball off him, but Humphries has conceded a penalty, and he will be given a yellow card also, as Queen's Park Rangers have the chance to be able to break the deadlock here from the penalty spot. Looking back on the replay, is it a penalty? Yeah, I guess he sticks a foot out and he just doesn't get the ball whatsoever. He gets more of the player more than anything, and that will be a penalty kick, and as you can see, we're not very happy with that one whatsoever, as Lyndon Dykes steps up then, Bengston to stop him, and he does exactly that. He goes the right way and he puts it out for a corner kick. Brilliant save by the reserve keeper as he keeps ourselves in it, and he keeps it at 0-0 as we reach the half an hour mark now. Queen's Park Rangers are still going at it. They're performing really, really well so far. As you can see, they're putting a decent shift in. Smith on the ball as he finds his teammate Giselle, then looking for an option as he puts it back onto Smith. Smith tries to get the shot off, but Humphries blocks it. It falls out to Lyndon Dykes. What a position he's in! And Lyndon Dykes absolutely fluffs his lines then. That would have been a brilliant chance to get themselves 1-0 up, but they're not going to have one last chance because they're still going to keep coming. But that was definitely a decent chance to get themselves 1-0 up, but Chair gets played in then, as you can see, onto Dykes. Dykes plays it onto Carvalho as he puts it on the left-hand side, looking to try and see if he can find a teammate then as he holds the ball up really well. Humphries is trying to see if he can get the ball off him, but Bengston makes a lovely save, but he can't follow it up, and Lyndon Dykes has got the goal, and this is an absolute shocker we're having so far. 37 minutes into the game, and we're losing to the championship outfit. Lyndon Dykes is the man to get the goal. He's had a missed penalty, he's had a few missed chances, but this time he gets the goal after a one where it was just really, really unlucky. Carvalho just gets the ball really nicely then. Bengston makes a lovely save, but he just can't handle it, and there's no defenders to be able to get the ball out the area either, and unfortunately Lyndon Dykes just meets that one with the rebound, and it is now 1-0 to QPR as we go into the 40th minute then, near to the end of the first half, as we look to try and see if we can create something, as Mukiele finds Medjbury on the right hand side. Medjbury to Sims. Sims has got a lovely chance here, and another save made by Gregory then as it falls back out to Louis Barry then as he looks to pump it back into the box. Decent delivery to Sims. Sims takes his time and Sims gets his goal. It is 1-1 then just before half time. That's exactly what we wanted, to be able to go in at the break level with the performance that we've had so far. I'm lucky to be able to get a goal, to be honest. Ellis Sims is the man to get on the score sheet. He hasn't really had many chances so far, so I'm glad that he's taken this one and he's able to beat the Queen's Park Rangers keeper. Gregory's had a few decent efforts, to be honest. A few hit the post also, so we've been a little bit unlucky at the same time. It's one of those. That's cup football for you as we continue on in the second half. PPR will know what they need to do in the second half to be able to get another goal, and they're looking to try and see if they can get one straight away. Dezay finds Smith on the right hand side. He's looking to try and see if he can create something. Then as Smith looks for a runner, he's got one there, but he doesn't play him in as he runs into the box, and the runner kind of fakes it, to be honest, because it did open the gap up. And as you can see, the referee has actually given a free kick then as he impeded the defender. No card given, but it will be a free kick as Chair is the man to whip it in. Decent delivery there. Sims clears it as it's only far out to QPR then, and as you can see, a lovely bit of chance for QPR. Lyndon Dykes on the ball now as he takes it past the defender, looking really well. Onto the Carvalho it goes then as he looks to try and see if he can put it into the box and find a teammate. Carvalho, he actually takes the shot himself, and Bengston makes himself nice and big as it goes out for a corner kick as we reach the 50th minute mark then. Decent corner needed. Giselle whips it in, but Mukiele cannot get it clear, and that was a lovely save by Bengston once again as it falls back out to Quintana as he looks to try and see if he can clear his lines. Onto Ellis Sims it goes. Can we go on the counter-attack as Al-Qahtani makes a run? Sims finds a run then, as you can see. Al-Qahtani skipping past his defence then as he looks to try and see if he can get himself in front for the first time in this tie, but he can't. He's denied by Gregory, and unfortunately that is another save made by the Queen's Park Rangers keeper as it still stays 1-1 as Al-Qahtani is the man to whip in the corner. Decent delivery needed as it falls to Sims, but he can't get the header back out to Medjbury as he finds his teammate Cornelise back onto Humphries. Humphries got a chance here as he takes the shot, but it's a very, very simple effort, and it is saved. The big guns are going to have to come on now as Luka Jovic, our fifth, and Reed are going to come onto the pitch to try and see if we can change things up in this tie. Half an hour left to be able to do so. Can we do anything as Reed picks up the ball as he finds his teammate Louis Barry. Barry on the left hand side tries to find his teammate Luka Jovic. He's only just come on the pitch. Surely not. And it is. It's Luka Jovic with the goal. It's a first for Luka Jovic in the FA Cup this year as we reach the 63rd minute mark, and we have actually got in front for the first time in this tie also. Decent effort from Luka Jovic, who was played in perfectly. It was put on a plate for him from Louis Barry. He made the run and that was it. A lovely pass onto his feet, and it is a goal. Luka Jovic the man to get on the score sheet once again as we are now in front for the first time in this Emirates FA Cup tie. We look to try to see if we can proceed to the next round of the Cup. But QPR are coming back at us. You can see Coman on the right hand side, literally not long after we scored, creating some sort of attack there as Coman whips it into the box. Dykes with a header, but Bengston with an easy save. He looks to try and clear his lines as far as Mukiele. Mukiele picks it up on the right hand side to try and create something as he plays a 1-2 with Luka Jovic, but the ball is lost in the middle of the park. Then as you can see, Giselle picks it up as he runs with it as he finds his teammate Chair, number 10 for QPR, looking to try and see if he can be a bit of a playmaker as he finds his teammate Di Carvalho. Decent delivery, And this time, this header does go in. Oh my lord, Lyndon Dykes the man to get on the score sheet once again. He is an absolute veteran in this tie, to be honest, but he is proving to me that doesn't matter whatsoever as he gets another goal for his team. Unbelievable header as he rises above Cornelisa, then keeper having absolutely no chance with that one. Whoever was in goal, no one was saving that one. Really, really decent effort. And we continue on then. We might be going to a replay so far as it stands as we hit the 77th minute mark. Mukiela on the right hand side looking to try and see if he can create something. He hasn't had the best of games so far. Can he do something as he finds his teammate Akrima fifth onto Jovic? And it is another goal. It had to be Luka Jovic though, didn't it? The class just oozes out of him. Luka Jovic, another goal for him as he gets a second in this tie. He's definitely made an impact after coming off the bench, and that is definitely a decent goal as we've nearly got about 10 minutes left in this tie. Hoping that we'll see it out, but I'm not too sure, to be honest, because QPR once again on the attack. Unbelievable stuff, QPR. They're literally just not giving up whatsoever. Lyndon Dykes pushes the defenders off really well as he back heels it onto Dizelle. Back onto Dykes it goes as Dizelle finds him, and Dykes finds the back of the net for a third time. He's actually going to be taking away the match ball. Unbelievable stuff from the Championship striker. I was not expecting this whatsoever coming into this tie. I thought we'd get a decent game against them, but nothing like this. It's now 3-3 in this tie. Who would have thought it, to be honest? Lyndon Dykes is literally reliving his youth by getting another hat-trick. Really, really nicely done from Lyndon Dykes as we look to try and see if we can get the last one from the 90. And how is that not a penalty? Louis Barry absolutely wiped out in the box. I was adamant it was a penalty at the time. Full-time whistle has been blown. Lyndon Dykes collects the match ball, and we're going to be going into a replay. Just like last time, I guess. Guess like Preston, it was, if you hadn't watched that one, I've got all the playlists, so you can actually see that episode. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, another Championship side that we've actually gone level against, and unfortunately, that is going to be brought to another fixture at Loftus Road. But one thing that is good, and one thing I was not expecting, Manager of the Year. It planned to this cutscene, and it's nothing that I've actually ever seen. It's going to be delivered by Rivaldo. As you can see, we're all suited and booted. We're not in the shorts compared to last season. No, we've changed our outfit up a little bit nicer. But as you can see, we've got the suit on, and we have been given the Manager of the Year. I mean, it's a really nice award to be able to collect. As you can see, our team there. It was just one of those. I think we've been in this career now for 6 seasons so far. We've gone from League 2 to the Premier League. We've won the Premier League. We're yet to win the Champions League. That is the only accolade that we have not won as a club so far. But to be given Manager of the Year at the stage of our career and the stage of the season where obviously this will be our last season this season, it's just absolutely phenomenal. So I'm really, really happy to collect that award. And that will be that, as you can see, another confirmation of the Manager of the Year award. And as we go into the final games of the episode, then as we have a simulation game against West Ham United, 3-1 in the end. Jovic, Shudakov getting on the score sheet there, as you can see, a decent kind of result against West Ham. Obviously, in the previous game at the London Stadium, we actually drew, so it's nice to be able to get on that one and get a victory as we go into another simulation game then, as you can see. This is the replay fixture against Queen's Park Rangers, and it went all the way to penalties. As you can see, 1-1 on the actual game itself. Ellis Sims was getting on the score sheet, but QPR actually went in front for the first time then. 2 missed penalties, and they missed a penalty right at the end. So that is unreal, to be honest, but very, very lucky to be able to get through to the next round in that sort of fashion. 4-3 on penalties in the end as we will proceed to the next round of the Emirates FA Cup. At least we are through, and we haven't been knocked out this particular competition. But this is the Premier League table, and this is what I was saying about catching up with Manchester City. Currently 4 points behind Man City. Played 21, won 14, drawn 7. So we haven't lost any. It's just the fact that we just keep on drawing and drawing. That's what's let us down, dropping 2 points every time. But very happy to proceed in terms of being able to kind of stay second, proceed to the next round of the Emirates FA Cup. So I feel like we've still had a success this episode. That has to be said. But yeah, very much looking forward to be able to going into January and hoping that we're able to proceed past Manchester City. But you never ever know. But time will come and we will see what happens in the end. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.